Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
I'm the only vampire in the room.
All right.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
What do you know about the
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or...
You'll need to feed on warm blood.
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire...
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong.
By doing so, you will also create...
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures...
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England...
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm...
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that...
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just...
The apocalypse is already knocking at the...
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls?
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of any...
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson.
What? What are you prattling on about?
I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of empathy. You, sir, are despicable.
No! Wait! You can't! I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now. Rest now. Forever.
I would have lived forever. Who are you to decide my fate? Who gave you the authority?
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn, as expected?
Alas, Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death. The man is gone.
What? What happened?
He didn't survive the procedure. He was too weak.
This is unacceptable, nevertheless. You were given the simplest task.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone! Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do not dare show yourself again, you or that monstrosity.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon.
Old Bridget.
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She...
Did anyone see you? It's a long way.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived?
How did you meet Lady Ash?
She came to us in the sewers in search of...
What kind of aunt?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. How...
Lady Ashbury in the sewer.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity...
Lady Ashbury? You know her?
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skull.
Harriet Jones is still with you then?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly.
Tell me what is...
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans.
Wait, slow...
I'm listening, but I do...
Where is Lady...
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old...
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate and asked if we knew of any ancestral...
What do you think?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of...
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was...
Because I used to know him quite well, and he is afraid...
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who...
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten.
No time to lose.
I shall return to my den. Have you a mess...
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young... It's been such a long time since I came to this part of town.
Dr. Reed.
What are you...
Mr. Kim...
What are you...
Mr. Kimura has been murdered. So you were the killer. I knew I was right.
It's locked, all right.
If you're not too tight.
It's locked, all right.
Carol, give your mummy a kiss now. Yes.
It's locked.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
It's locked.
Oh, I am sorry, I can't help you, sir. Perhaps you should talk with someone else instead.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed! I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
May I look at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need. Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Good evening, Miss...
You know you can call me.
What can you tell me?
I'm still managing my shop.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé?
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy
Really? Have I changed that much?
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just
Have you noticed any...
other than you coming back to cheer me up.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price?
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's
So you're less afraid?
some.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult...
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both...
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
Do you need...
Oh yes, I feel so...
I'm just doing my job.
Perhaps.
Goodbye.
Good evening.
Dr.
sir.
Reed! I am
Good evening,
glad
Miss
to
Price.
see you again.
I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the...
Good to see you too, Carol.
Oh, yes. I...
Why are you awake at night, Carol? I'm sure you're...
I do the best I can. But I'm so...
Why is work not easy?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me.
What can you tell me?
I don't speak to many people. Except our customers.
Have you no friend?
No,
Does he not come?
no. Mum said he was weird. Always...
What can you tell me?
Some of our regular customers have left London.
Do you enjoy?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother...
Do you ever think about getting married?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has...
Do you remember?
No, I was just a baby then.
Do you need my med...
Oh, please, sir.
Don't be shy. It's my...
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
Good morning. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know...
Carol's gratitude.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can.
But she'll probably leave you someday.
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents.
Goodbye. Good evening, sir. I am...
Yes, please.
That's all you need to...
Well, is it not important to know?
I suppose you're right.
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately.
Do you need...
Indeed.
You have nothing to be worried.
Sounds so easy to fight disease.
May I ask what...
I don't know. You should...
You must have your own...
From what I have managed to understand,
What can you tell me?
it's the only place I've considered myself happy.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here.
I still enjoy living.
Then I am sincerely happy.
May I ask why you've not...
I believe fear.
What can you
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is...
Is that all? What can...
He's old.
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never...
Who are
The
you?
more I think about it, the more I...
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event?
I'm afraid I'm not following.
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you?
Trap? And you...
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Good evening, sir.
Dr. Reed?
Is there anything...
No, it's just...
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you.
I'm afraid not, sir.
The pleasure is mine.
Who are you waiting for?
I really can't answer that question.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his...
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me...
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker.
We are waiting,
And why are you waiting for...
because we need to leave this city.
Why do you want to leave?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me?
As you like asking questions...
Please, be my guest.
Do you like...
I know we are not living in the most...
Yes, me too. This city tests...
But what if we don't like...
Do we ever know who we are?
And what do you...
I stopped working when I decided to leave.
Tell me more.
I just... don't belong here anymore.
But what were you doing before?
Does it really matter anymore?
Pericles, tell me why you're...
Agamemnon is naive sometimes.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing.
But is that not a common problem for...
What can you
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your...
That's it? That's
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Do you need my...
I'm afraid I did...
I don't want to appear tactless.
Says the doctor, who also...
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Hello again.
Goodbye.
dare you interfere with my hunt?
Bloody leech! Oh, Christ!
Well, well.
Show me how you defeated Virgil Punch!
What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already? Good evening.
If you
Do you need...
don't be...
Then you are...
I wish...
Are you all right? I heard the hospital...
For now...
Has Dr. Swan...
Yes.
Thank you. Good evening. Are you all... As far as I know, no. What happened? We don't know. Goodbye. Good evening, Doc.
I could have saved Mr. Fiddick if I had more time. I could have shown you all.
Good evening.
If you...
All our patients, so many of them. Will Strickland be up to the task? I wonder.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar? Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood. McCullum and his thugs are taking the credit for Edgar's abduction. They really mean business. Hello,
Hello, sir.
Do you need Our job...
That's easy.
I know it's not exactly the best.
Really?
I also found a photograph.
That's the only picture of us that was ever taken.
Rest assured, I'll keep...
Thanks. Here, take this.
How was the
The priest had forgotten Pippa's family name. He just mumbled something.
Who paid for the ceremony?
The Lord may work in mysterious ways.
You're not a religious...
No, but Pippa was.
Are you all...
For months I said this day would come.
Goodbye, Milton. Hello, Milton.
Hello, sir. Bloody monster. Did you kill my Pippa too? I should have known.
Good evening.
I have a lot.
Are you all right?
I'm okay.
Do you think he's been...
Yes. There's been...
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet.
brilliant professionals.
Most of them.
It would be inappropriate.
Is anyone...
Nobody.
Do you require...
I will be fine.
Nurse, you won't...
I'll try, Doctor. Liar! Snake! I had proved my value. I could have done so much more.
Are you all right?
I heard they were police in disguise who... I'm not afraid of dying, for I have no reason to live anymore. I'm coming, Mortimer, and we'll talk, you and I.
Done.
Ultraviolet curtains and orichalcum powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for one.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster just like William Marshall did.
No! I'm trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're its progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father. If you're so innocent, why does simple life... The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. Freewind prevails! We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
I'm not saying we could be friends, you and I. But perhaps we could collaborate to put an end to this epidemic.
Never! We are Priwen. We do not negotiate. We do not compromise.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now. For there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
That's where you're mistaken.
What do you mean?
I'll spare you, McCullum. I'll offer you the mercy you never offered me.
What is this ruse?
This is no ruse, McCullum. This is me letting you go. After all, you and I are both trying to save this poor country in our own way.
I'll kill you, Reed. Next time we meet, I'll end you.
See? Progress already. You called me by my name. Until the next time. Goodbye, Hunter.
Good evening, Doc.
Please show.
Of course. Good evening.
Do you need...
Well, the proximity...
Don't take too many...
And that is a good...
Do you work here?
Yes.
Why close?
It was for sanitary reasons. After the...
Why do you have to walk?
Because these poor fellows have no names.
Have we met?
I don't think so.
When we first talked, you said you were glad...
Funny story, sir.
Are you a...
Why should I?
How did you get...
After I left the army...
An interesting point of view.
Sir, as a medic during the war...
Since you're not afraid...
No. I believe we must do...
Do you think you would enjoy...
I don't think so.
So you're ready to...
No, I am not.
You're a wise...
No, Dr. Reed. I am a
Do you really...
As I said, sir,
Quite depressing.
Yes, but the...
Goodbye, Miss...
Good evening. So you were the proverbial wolf amongst the sheep, sir. I should have killed you for the sake of many.
So Priwen never left Doris's theatre after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters. I cannot enter. I can't believe I'm doing this. It's locked, all right. It's locked. It's locked, all right. I have this thirst for blood. Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence. I cannot enter. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right. It's locked. Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind. I should find the key to that box. Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Jeffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skal epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
To prove him wrong, I let him go.
Really? You sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
I think you're hiding something, Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Come on, Edgar. Don't you...
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theater.
I only briefly met Miss Fletcher once.
My point exactly. The disease turned her into a bitter soul.
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
How dare you judge me? Must I name the alarming list of your victims?
We are both deceivers. But at least I know I'm a monster.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
Yes, your death is imminent, Dr. Swansea. But I swear it will be quick.
I already told you to call me Edgar. Am I no longer your friend?
I believe you never have been, sir. You have lied to me at every step and betrayed the trust of a woman I cherish.
You and the lady? Really? Why, I should have seen it coming, I suppose. May I add that I welcome this? The biting, I mean.
You have your wish.
Is it going to hurt? I always wondered.
It's locked. At a more convenient time. So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood.
Turn around.
I must tell Elizabeth.
We've got one of them. Killing's all you deserve.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
He was mortally wounded. I put an end to his misery.
That is terrible, Jonathan. And yet you did what you must. The poor man.
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skal epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Edgar gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test it.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth. Are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your enemy.
Wait! No! Elizabeth!